Hey everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. As usual, I am on my way to work. I have about 18 to 20 minutes to spare today. Somebody the other day made a comment that they would like to see my face on one of the videos. The problem though is it's blacked out for a reason. I'm in a rural area and I just don't want to disrupt my night vision. If I do that, then I am going to disrupt my situational awareness. So that is not going to happen today. So in today's video, I am going to be conducting a social media review on a private security company based out of Los Angeles County. That name of the company is called Team Patrol. Team Patrol. And I listened to all the comments. It doesn't matter who you are, I'll read the comments, and the name Team Patrol kept popping up, so I decided to do a video. Guys and gals, realize that this is a social media review. I don't work at this company. I can't tell you what it's like to work at the company. All I can tell you is what I see on social media. If you leave your social media open, then you're leaving yourself open to review on a video like this. Unfortunately, or fortunately, and there's no way of getting out of this at all. By the way, speaking about social media, the companies that I am able to review, they sort of kind of need an Instagram profile. If there's no Instagram photographs or videos, it's very difficult for me to do video, and I most likely will not. Also about Instagram, you could find me at the Firearms Trainer. That's another way how to communicate with me, just kind of see the content I have. Now, it is firearms related content. So let's talk about Team Patrol. I checked out the website, and the website was clean. It was clear on the level of service that this company provides. It's the whole contact information is clear. The address is clear. In my opinion, it does appear to be in compliance with BSIS regulations. Now, keep in mind that I will mention BSIS. I will mention BSIS regulations. I'll mention Business Professions Code, but I'm not an attorney. There's not legal advice, and I don't represent anyone from BSIS. If you're wondering who BSIS is, they are the Bureau of Security Investigative Services. They are the regulatory arm for private security, private investigations personnel in the state of California. So that's who they are. So going through the website, I didn't see anything for the bio for the owner of the company. And actually, the owner of the company reached out to me. This person was obviously concerned because I was going to do a video review of his company, and he wanted to answer any questions that I might have. So he did mention one of the reasons why there's no biography or introduction on himself is because that is just part of his business model. According to him, businesses don't favor those who put their profile up there. Now, I don't know what to think about that. It has worked for this security company owner. He has 30 officers and he's trying to grow to 50. So his business model is working for him. That was his reason. Now, going to the badge, I'm actually kind of glad that he reached out to me because I was going to ding him on the badge. At first, I didn't see that the badges had an individual serial number, and he pointed out that they did. And I would not expect in a million years for somebody to put a serial number on a cloth badge, but he did, and it is truly in compliance. There is a PPO number on there as well. You don't need the PPO number. All you need is the name of the security company, and you also need an individual serial number. And that basically, that would meet the elements of having the proper badge. He did go above and beyond and provide his PPO number. In some jurisdictions in California, that's actually required as well. Okay, so let's go on to the optics, the appearance of the officers. Obviously, this company has a tattoo policy. Now, talking with the owner, I did mention that, hey, if you don't allow tattoos to be shown, you could be eliminating a lot of good talent out there. And same thing with beards. He did agree that he has missed some talent. Some people, they don't want to shave their beard. They want to proudly show some of their tattoos. So there were some qualified people that he just couldn't hire. What I did like is that he made the policy fair across the board. I mean, basically, if you take one person in and you allow that person to have a beard or tattoo, then you should let everyone else. So right now, apparently, you still can't display your tattoos. The owner is considering maybe changing that policy. As of right now, the policy still stands. So I do commend him for sticking with the policy. The officers' tattoos are covered up. I have a different opinion on tattoos. I don't have any tattoos, but I do think times are changing, though. Some clients obviously don't want you to have tattoos displayed. Doesn't matter the content of the tattoo. They don't agree that private security professionals should have one. Unfortunately, we have to listen to the client oftentimes. Okay, I did notice that the officers that did have tattoos, they were covered up with sleeves. Just for me, I just think it'd be more convenient, more comfortable, maybe better in appearance if I just wore a long sleeve shirt instead of wearing these sleeves. But the owner of this company did say that for these guards, it is more comfortable to them. Okay, more on the uniform appearance, the optics of it. The blue with the dark colored pants, I think they're navy blue pants, that's the classical look of private security. They'll have the white shirt, the blue shirt. I personally, I just don't like that look. But this owner wants to convey as clearly as possible that his officers are private security officers. So I do think that the appearance is neat. It is professional. I did see this clip or this photo of one of the guards in a uniform store being sized for the pants and being sized for the vest. So it looks like they do provide vest. That's not a guarantee. That's just what I saw, and it looks like that these guards they're getting professional tailoring. Now, hopefully, in this photograph that I show you, the tailor will make these pants a lot more slim. But obviously, we all have different body profiles, and we have to have different clothing that adjusts to the way that our body is contoured. I did see that they were wearing, a lot of guys were wearing black ties. I personally, most of the time, I will not wear a tie unless it's required. It just because it's really uncomfortable around the neck. And then for me, it just feels like these muscles to the sides of my neck, they just constrict too much, and I end up getting headaches. It's just uncomfortable for me. Somebody that's a little bit overweight as well, that might be uncomfortable for them. But it looks professional. The tie looks like a clip-on tie. It doesn't look like a tie that goes around the neck. So I do believe the owner is observing the safety standards that are set forth in the security industry. The short sleeve look, and then the tie. Again, this is just my personal opinion. It kind of gives me the appearance of somebody that works in the UK. I mean, that's what you'll see a lot is it looks like a lot of the security professionals, the police, they'll have the short sleeve shirt and then the tie. Obviously, my opinion is subjective. It still looks professional. So they're not going to get dinged any points on that. That's just the owner's preference. Let me go down the list here. Oh, there was a photograph of one of the private security officers, and I believe that he's the smartest officer out of all of them. It looked like it was raining that day, and he had an umbrella. Guys, I am 42 years old, and I'll put an umbrella over my head. I mean, this security officer was thinking, so good on him for that. I saw the patrol bag. One says unarmed, the other says armed. I don't know exactly why that is being done. Maybe the type of equipment is different. I'm sure that there's some reasoning. I just think it is kind of interesting, the labels. So I'm not dinging any points on that. I did see one of the officers there in his military uniform next to his security uniform. That just shows you that this company is recruiting talent from the military. So that's awesome. I am for any company that honors our veterans, any company that gives our veterans a second opportunity, or a different career choice when they get out. So I thought that was pretty cool. There's a photo gallery of a bunch of the officers for Team Patrol conducting searches with respirators, and then they had their full-blown hazmat suit. The company here, the leadership, their priority is employee safety. So I really like how they're all suited up, and it looks professional. And I'll tell you this, guys, this is pre-COVID. So pre-COVID, they had all these respirators, and they're doing these searches of the buildings with all their hazmat equipment. So that's awesome that the owner of the company is providing that equipment. And by the way, guys, the owner of the company is not paying me to do this review. I just got a lot of feedback. I did get some answers from some of my questions. That's why I keep mentioning the owner. You cannot pay for a review. If you don't want me to do a review on your company, too bad. If you leave your profile open, then I'm going to do a review. I don't get nothing from these private security companies for doing these reviews. So you can't pay for a review. What do I get out of it? There is YouTube ad revenue. A video like this would probably generate anywhere between $1.50 to $5 to $6 a month. And obviously, as time passes, that dollar amount is not going to be the same. It's going to probably be a lot less. It just depends on the type of video. A video like this does take me more or less an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours to complete. Remember, I have to do the research. I have to do the commentary. I take the notes, and then I have to do a lot of editing, and that takes time. So I want to actually say about 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours, all for $1.50, maybe $5 to $6 a month. So I love to do these reviews. Patrol cars. Now, right now the patrol cars appear to be in compliance. There were some older cars that didn't have the word, I think it was security on the back. The owner advised me that those were older pictures. Those cars were in transition. Most of the accounts are actually static post. I'm not too sure that there's any patrol routes. There might be a couple, but that's not the main part of the business. I'm more concerned about the companies out there that their patrol fleet looks like police cars. This patrol fleet does not look like a patrol car. Does not look like a police fleet at all. It is clear by their uniforms, by their appearance, that this is obviously a private security company. Duty belt setup. So I did notice that there was a holster. One of the guards wore a Serpa holster, and the other looked like a holster that you would get out of the box when you purchase a firearm. It's one of those holsters outside the waistband holsters. Those are not the holsters that you want for duty use. Now, mind you that I don't know exactly where these assignments took place. If there's a lot of people around, I mean, you're going to want to have level 2, level 3. These would not be the appropriate holsters. I had a discussion with the owner about this, and he was really receptive to what I was telling him, and he understood what the dangers were. He did mention that these were just extremely temporary assignments. So this is what I'm going to do. We will knock him down a couple of points for that, but we're going to use an honor system. So if you guys see any of these level 1 holsters, these concealed carry holsters that are being used for exposed carry, let me know. After the posting of the video, a grade of A can easily go to F. And I'm not playing around, you guys. And this goes for, and this is really also for all of the other security companies that I might review in the future. If I cut you a little bit of slack on something, and later on, if you happen to post a video or a photo with one of your officers that has compromised gear, your grade will easily go from an A to an F, and I guarantee that. And just check in the description boxes of all these companies that I review, guys, and I will know. It'll say whether that they went from A to F. If you don't see that, then it's fine. I saw the picture that there was a guy that was in handcuffs. Let me talk about that. So I did like how the owner of the company, or whoever's in charge of social media, did say, hey, this person was detained for law enforcement because he ended up hitting a woman nonstop. So it looks like maybe a domestic violence situation. Obviously, the owner understands that as security, we should not get involved in these situations, but this is one of these situations where they decided to stop the threat, and I have no issue at all with them doing that. Something that I didn't touch on in other videos is that you can use self-defense if somebody's attacking somebody else. So basically what these officers are doing, these security officers, they were taking the place of the victim. So the victim is able to utilize reasonable self-defense. Because she couldn't at the time, the security staff supplemented her legal ability to use self-defense. So that's my take on that situation. Going through some more of the photographs on this page, and I did notice that there are some officers that were donating blood. I think it's really neat for a security company to motivate their staff to donate blood to others. I mean, this is not obviously an employer requirement that you donate blood. Usually an employee will do something like this if they believe in the company, if they believe in the leadership, they believe in the organization, then they'll donate blood. I mean, if you're disgruntled, you're not going to donate blood. So I thought that was pretty neat. There's another officer on the page. I think it was his birthday. I do like the fact how it looked like they celebrated or they acknowledged that employee had a birthday coming up. So I do like that. On most of the photographs, you have the officer smiling. So I think that's really good. Now, obviously, yeah, you can make an employee smile, but you can tell from the smile that they're just making it up. So it looks like that a lot of these officers are happy. You could take it for whatever it's worth. I think that the biggest trait or the most successful aspect of this company is the team environment. And I really, really like the name Team Patrol. It's not single officer patrol, my patrol, or the name of the owner's name patrol, but it's Team Patrol. So I just think that this company, looking at everything, and obviously every company is going to make mistakes. There's going to be photographs that are going to show maybe not the best in judgment, and that's on all of the websites that are out there, all the Instagram pages, all the social media pages. There's always something in there. But when you look at the overall picture, I think that this company, they have a professional appearance, professional image. I think that they're well deserving of somewhere between an A and an A minus. Other people might think otherwise. That's my subjective score. You can score this company whatever you want. I also like the fact that there's a former employee that reached out to me that worked for this company. And usually the owners of these companies would expect a lot of these employees who leave to be disgruntled. This employee who's a subscriber on this channel, he didn't say anything negative. He just was excited that we are reviewing the company. And the owner actually had something good to say about this former employee. I thought this former employee was going to say actually something negative, but no. But that's it, guys. And by the way, I'm not referring to this company, but in the future, guys, if you review my other videos and then you see in the comment section below, and some people, there's always one person that will say something negative. That might be true. But just keep in mind that a lot of these security companies generate disgruntled employees. I mean, there's always one or two disgruntled employees. And this platform, by the way, this is not a platform where you air your grievances with your employer. I don't do that on this channel, guys. I just look at the social media and I comment about it, I do a review. So that's all I have. Hey guys, I'm looking for a dialogue. Just let me know what company you want me to review next. Make sure that they have an Instagram profile open. Take care.